What is up, everybody? How we doing today? My name is Joe, aka Colt Runnings. I use he, him pronouns, and willkommen to the stream. Welcome to. It's a really big mess up in that corner. Willkommen. Hello. How we doing, everyone? Welcome in. Welcome in. Ooh, it was the music thing that I forgot. Hello, Bella. Hello, Jay Corsair. Hello, Phoenix. Phoenix. Hello, Para. Hello, Boo 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 Boo. Hello, Basher. Hello, Tally. Hello. Pip, hello, big deal Dan, diddly dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding. Hello, Suea, how we doing? And Keen is here as well. Welcome in. Today's stream is all done by shadow puppets. If you pay attention just to that wall over there, we're going to be doing shadow puppets for the remainder of our stream. This is no longer a lifting stream. This is a look at the birds. Look at the birds. We love the birds. Thank you. Thank you. Should I hold on? Should I just That's a reference that maybe like 60% of people in chat are going to understand. I don't know how you did a shadow puppet of the bird from Forbidden West DLC, but you're doing it. It's all about the bird. It's all about flipping the bird. Not just engaging with the bird, but flipping the bird. I haven't actually played the Forbidden West DLC, but my wife did, and she liked it. She liked it. As far as I understand, she loved it. My son learned how to do the butterfly puppet, so I've been trying to teach him to reenact Napoleon Dynamite. It's just like this very specific piece of hand dexterity that a child can learn, that once they have it, it's like, why wouldn't you just sit here doing this all the time? Hello, Fluffy Muffin. Hello, Sirely. How we doing? Welcome in, friends. It is time for the great lifting, and by the great lifting, I mean the typical lifting that we normally would do. But first, we must do the great warming, which is the warming up that we typically do. Beep. Beep. There's a bunch of stuff in the way. Wifey was down here using the treadmill. Guess what? She moved stuff. She didn't put it back. But I'll forgive. I'll forgive. I will not forget. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. All right. Forgiven but not forgotten. Gone but not forgotten. How's everyone doing today? Happy Wednesday. We can do an interpretive dance stream if you want. But first, I got to put my Crocs in sport mode. Hang on a second. Hey, if anyone's thinking about buying a pair of Crocs, just hold off a little while until I get an affiliate ship set up with them. We'll see if they wanna spawn me. Pooch Poo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. I noticed you in I think it was either Ari's or Daya's stream earlier. Welcome in. Oh boy. All right. Oh man, this is gonna hurt. Oh, this is gonna be rough today. All right, we're gonna start off with some inchworms, as I call them. Other people call them inchworms too, but they're not true inchworms because we're doing them in place. So I'm gonna call them inchworms because it makes me feel good to call them inchworms. Oh, back up to the feet and opening up big and wide at the top, all the way through the shoulders, down and forward, pushing the hips back, walking it down. Nice push up at the bottom, and then walking up on the tippy toes towards the feet. Big, big, big open at the top, and then rinse and repeat. Down, 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 down. Oh, and we'll do one more of these, and then we'll do some standing marches. I mean, you could do laying marches, but they'd just be like dead bugs, basically. Whew. Up, up, up. Oh, welcome in, Hooch. Thanks for joining us today. We have day 2 of this program that I'm experimenting with. And I'm already thinking I might do some modifications. I want Joe-themed Crocs. You know, we could just do Crocs, and then we could do Cool Runnings Gibbets. I'm high-key happy we found that. I'm high-key happy you shared it. I didn't have time to do the application yesterday, but I am strongly considering it. I know that I probably have one too many affiliate ships that I don't really do anything with. But reaching out to Crocs, there could be some real good synergy there. I would just have to actually wear them while I lift more often. These bad boys are in sport mode, which means you take that band and you push it to the back. That means you're getting serious. That means you're getting real. Here comes Evie. Come here. Hello, sweet girl. Can you sit? You want to hang out there? You can hang out right there if you want. Oh. You want to hang out here? Come here. Oh. The baby. He's come down to do some yoga with us. That's right. Evie, are you here to warm up? We're going to get a nice deep squat. And we're just going to kind of move back and forth, putting that weight over each one of the feet. Try to get a nice calf and soleus stretch. We're doing what is called active stretching, which is different from static or dynamic stretching. Active stretching being I stretch for 1, 2, and then I pull out of it. And then I stretch for 1, 2, and then I pull out of it. Trying to keep good posture while I'm doing this. Phoenix, how's your day going? Welcome in. I just found out that you are a streamer, like a couple of days ago. I did not know. Hello. Welcome in. Welcome in, Hooch. Whew. All right, we're gonna move the feet just a little closer together so we can just kind of push the hips back and get a little activation in the hamstrings. Because my hammies, I think I've said this before, my hammies are underdeveloped, and we're getting there. We're getting to where the hammies are closer to where they should be. But for right now, whoo, I am feeling the squats from me. Woo. Working and doing some schoolwork. I like to show support. Doesn't keep mine a secret. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I think some folks are kind of learning the what you call it. How would you refer to it? The etiquette. And sometimes they pop in with a little self promo, and they don't know that it's not a cool thing. But I always appreciate when someone's like low key been a streamer and just never says anything. Welcome to the Run Club. Yeah, welcome in. We're so glad you're here. I'm not rating that for, well, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not shaming. Anyway. Welcome. Evie, would you like a treat? Would you like a treat? Come here. You gotta get up. Yep, there you go. Good girl. Okay. Thank you. She has accepted. She's accepted the tax payment. She's accepted the platform tax. Pay the toll, Father. Peter, whose horse is this? I'm new. We're okay. Everything's okay. Everything's okay. Whew. Welcome in, snappy little nature gator. How are you doing? Thank you. That's very kind of you. My wife got me these sweatpants. This shirt is from my first time doing the Detroit Relay, which was back in 2016. Yeah, 2016. Detroit was not a sprint. That was at the beginning of the revitalization of Detroit. Not the beginning, but you know what I mean. How we doing, Snappy? My wife. She did give me these pants. These pants were part of my Christmas present. She's like, I found Gymshark stuff at Sierra Trading Post. My wife. Thank you for my wife. Ugh. Kaboom. We're doing volume deadlifts today. Cool. Thank you. Thank you. I try to keep it fashionable. I hope she is also well. I think she's doing okay. She's at the office today. Which, it's Wednesday. So I'm pretty sure they have a taco truck that comes to the office on Wednesdays. She made pickles last night while I was streaming. She made little pickle chips out of the last batch of cucumbers that we had. Darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. How was that timing so perfect? Thank you, Pip, for the 100 bits. Tabs, hello. Yeah, she gets a taco truck that rolls up to her workplace. This taco truck has agreements with all of these. Do you think it was anticlimactic? I thought it was very disruptive, like appropriately disruptive. So busy. How are you? You know what? I'm doing okay. Last week was pretty chill, and this week all of the stuff that I tried to follow up on last week, so last week would be a little more balanced, and this week would be a little more balanced. It's all just coming out of the woodwork today. Are we good angle wise? About as good as we're gonna get, I think. Oh, here we go. Thank you for the shout for tabs. Oh boy. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. Now we just got to do that plus 90 pounds 60 times. Can we do it 60 times? Probably.
You're pretty good.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. So the goal is to use 60% or less than my 1 rep max for these sets. And for deadlifts, it might be generous to call this 225. My 1 rep max is 385. So we're going a little under, but also it was a miracle that I got that max when I got it. The calculation's a little bit iffy. Oh yeah. Far bit of a delay. I thought it was on silent. Oh, well, I'm glad you got your money's worth at some point. You're hungover. Oh no. I mean, what'd you have? What kind of drinkies did you have? Weight today's good, 124.6. Making less excuses and honestly too busy to snack too much. And you got paid for 2 projects yesterday? Yo, Tabs, that's incredible. Congrats on getting your money. It can be somewhat difficult from time to time to get money out of people. I feel hungover too, and I don't even drink. I woke up feeling like I slept so hard last night, and then I looked at my Pokemon sleep score, and I got an 80. I got an 80, which is like decent, but not what I was expecting. I thought I was gonna get a really good score because I went to bed early and I let myself sleep in a little extra 30 minutes, you know? Ah. Interesting. Well, thanks, Para. I didn't see anything, but I trust your call. So you're well slept. I mean, sort of. sort of. Sort of well slept. Thank you. I will check right now. Got it. Yep. Thank you. Noted. Appreciated. Just got my ass kicked in Baldur's. Oh. Wait, did you stream last night? I'm so sorry if I missed it. I couldn't remember if you switched to Tuesdays. Also, I had to study immediately after I finished stream last night. I saw, this is like kind of a Baldur's Gate spoiler, but it's also like on Hex Instagram. It's not really a spoiler because like you encounter a deity, which is to be expected, and he ended his game. Like you can game over yourself by interacting with the deity in the wrong way, and I was cracking up. No, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday for now. Word. Okay. Well, I should try to make sure I make your next Sunday stream. Because that's usually a night where I actually am just chilling. You did that too. That's so exciting. Wow, that's so exciting. That actually is a thing that you can. I mean, it's funny because like you wouldn't do that in an actual D&D game, but like canonically it works. All the people who are waiting to play Baldur's Gate are just la 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 la. Don't tell me I didn't hear it. Okay. All right, I'm not gonna put this off. I gotta just do it. 15. Let's go. Let's hecking go, gamers. Sorry. Ugh. But yes, I don't know. I feel like I've been really trying to stick to at least 7 hours of sleep every night, and I have felt so much better than what I was when I was going on 6.5. There's such a huge difference for me between trying to get 6.5 hours of sleep and getting 7 hours of sleep in terms of my energy levels. Probably because of just like the wiggle room in there. Running to get noms? No worries, Para. We'll see you soon. All right. Oh. It's not that heavy. It's really not. Two, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sheesh. Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout. What up, Thundergun? Get it up. A nickel for every time I heard that one. Welcome in, Seraph. Welcome in, Thundergun. Welcome, Incestuous. Whew. Power by. Can you, does that BI business intelligence? Whew. Can I get a shout for Thundergun, please? Ooh. Average hours of sleep you get? Right around 7. On the mornings that I get up to go run early, it's closer to 6.5. Test results came back like nothing is wrong. Mentally preparing to be a lab rat again. Shoot, Bella, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you don't have news or guidance. Okay. It's just dog hair. I thought it was a rip, but it's just dog hair. Huh. Thank you so much. How's FF7R? Oh. Whew. How's the day going, Sarah? It's going okay. Had kind of a hard meeting, and during that meeting, I got a lot of emails of stuff that I need to deal with, but I'm not going to sacrifice this time that I have set out and planned to lift with to handle those things more urgently than they need to be handled. And that's just the way of it. Almost done. I was just talking with someone yesterday. Gosh, what is their name? Something King. King asked they rated us last night. Yeah, I'm just scrolling back. King Agaroth, that's right. Is going to be starting soon. Oof. They're going to be starting it soon. And I was just telling them like how much I loved Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm not going to go so far as to say it's a perfect game, but hot dog was it close for me. The difficulty was appropriate. The flow of the story felt good. It was funny. It was a semi-faithful recreation. I got a lot of good things to say about it. I know some people really don't like Final Fantasy VII and think it's overrated, but I think the core story, very good. Ugh. But how are you liking it, Thundergun? Oh, goodness. Whew. Wow. I gotta keep the pace up. I'm only supposed to take potentially 2 minutes of rest between those sets. But I'm giving myself a little more wiggle room. I'm sore. Doesn't make that much sense. All right. Sky's out. Sky's out. Put away the sweat panties. And engage the gluteus maximus. I also brought some mid-lift carbs today. So we're gonna have some Cliff Blocks in the middle of the workout. I feel like with deadlift day in particular, very necessary. One fun thing that I found out: we are 14 followers away from 5,000, which is pretty rad. Morning, boss. Dan, welcome back. Sorry, not 5,000. What did I just say? 3,500, not 5,000. I lied. Rescinding my lie at the moment. Dan, how's the day? What you got going on? Is today a run day? You just getting some good walkies in? Ooh. So far, okay. Glad to hear it. Okay, what is my normal grip and what is my reverse grip? Because I want to make sure I'm actually working both grips now. I don't remember what's normal. This is not normal, therefore this is what we will do. Don't overthink it, just do it. Two, 3, 4, 6, 8. We will 3.5 as 5K from now on. We're going to call it that. Just lie to everyone. Big ol' lie. Excuse me. Ran last night in the suck. Was it super hot? Run group. Oh, really? Dan, that's great. How do you feel today? That must have been awesome to get that support. Having to start doing some of the exercises one side at a time, see if activation works correctly. When I do incline chest press, feel no problem. Try to do chest fly. First one feels great. Are you dropping the weight when you do that, Seraph? Whew. Whew. Thank you, Cesaris. It's funny to think like even a year ago, that set would have not happened. No way. Whew. 85. Ooh. Worse outside today, so hydrating lots. HIIT to do in a bit. Hell yeah. Get that hit. I really need to work in some more hit training. Good to watch, take notes, and make plans, but don't spend your time immobilizing thought. Keep moving. Accomplish even small victories by taking action. Fear of the unknown is scary, but exciting. You never know what'll happen if you take action, but it's better than not knowing what'll never happen if you stay still. Dark Phoenix. Thank you. My hands are slipping. All right. We'll start doing, actually, I'm gonna do a set of push-ups right now. Vault Tech indeed. Welcome to the vault. Probably should give myself a vault number down here. I could use one of my old area codes or something. I mean, it is kind of a vault down here, you know? Have to take the train, enjoy the Fitty and health. Toodles! Goodbye, Sueya. Dark Phoenix, welcome back. Thank you so much for that affirmation today. I read the whole thing. I appreciate you. Cesaris, are you a Fallout enthusiast? Fallout enthusiast? Karina, welcome up. Welcome in, welcome back. How are you today? Warm-ups are going good. Yeah, we're in our working sets. Paul! Welcome in, Paul. How we doing? This is Caesar salad if you stab it enough. You don't have to eat everything with a stab. You can scoop stuff. How you doing, Paul? Everyone go check out Paul. Paul was playing Airborne Kingdom. Paul plays some great retros, great indies. Makes coffee. Builds Legos. Love Fallout. Fallout 1. Nuka-Cola and those caps. I need to get some bottles of Nuka-Cola up in here. Whew. I'm okay, Dark Phoenix. I'm doing pretty okay. The routine is a little bit daunting. However, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna do it. Jigga Man, welcome in. I really think I fixed my macros. What'd you do? What change did you make? Yeah, so upstairs, we've got some like standing fallout stuff. We don't really have much of that down here. We got the 2 flags. I wear the shirt from time to time. Aside from that, I don't really have much fallout stuff down here in this cave. Aside from it being like kind of on brand with coloring, you know? Started today waking up to your stream. Oh, that's right, because of your time zone. When I ended last night, and then when I started today, would be like a full day for you. That's neat. Thanks for coming back around. Day off's doing lots of stream stuff. I've been really appreciating you tagging me on YouTube stuff you've been putting up. Hello? 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 I don't know why I'm doing that. What up? What up, Raiders? Hello, Ari. How are you doing? Ari, Acro, thank you for bringing the community over here. What up, Chorito? What up, Bro Taro? Sushi Fox, hi. Raiders, hello, welcome in. My name is Joe. I go by Cool Runnings here on Twitch. I use he, him pronouns. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, we lift weights. Tuesdays, Sundays, we play video games all the time. We're an inclusive community all about getting moving in the ways that work for you. And enjoying rad stories together. We're doing some, this program I'm doing is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Acro, how was the rest of your core day? Thank you for the shouts. JD, howdy, welcome in, welcome back. I am new. Hello, Bell. Hello, Bellix lol. Are you constantly laughing out loud? Is that why that is your name? Can you explain? Can you provide a little explanation? If you're new? Pretty standard. Even if the lifts were standard, the chats were off the chain. I appreciate you. Brutus lifts. I bought a cheap Vault Tech shirt, and then the fit wasn't right, so I modified it by cutting off the sleeves. And to be honest, it was the first time that I really truly successfully made a cutoff. Every other cutoff I made in my life was big hot garbage. So I can definitely recommend the approach of this shirt doesn't fit me very well, even though I got the right size. Let's just cut stuff off. What up, Selfie? Have a good lurk. Watch my tutorial on TikTok. Confirmed. You know, it's entirely possible, Bro Taro, that I did watch that tutorial. Like, having not been, we are relatively new acquaintances, and I don't remember when I did this. All right, don't overthink it. Just do it. Two, three. Six, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh. Man. Yowza. Macaroni and cheese. Peppers and onions. Holy cow. Cut the collar of my shirts and wear that. Oh boy. What you asked me earlier? Oh, Seraph, I don't remember in this particular moment. Hello, Elf. We've got an ab check for Bella. The lighting might not be super great right now, but we can pull this down a little bit. That's what Joe Workouts does, right? Joe's like, make sure you get that V-taper in there. Thanks for the ab check, Bella. Ugh. But Raiders, welcome in. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a walk, grab a sip, grab a pet, scoop them up into your arms. Give them cute little scritches. Hand them a treat and send them on their way. Do what you got to do to take care of yourself and feel well. If that means taking off for the day, totally understand. Hope you'll consider hitting the follow button and joining us another time. Ugh. We just got to do that one more time, friends. One more set of those deads. We're running a little behind schedule. Kyle party. Welcome in, Kyle. May I have a shout for Kyle, please? Oh, don't overdo it. Don't overthink, just do it. Strong advice for me. It works sometimes. It is sometimes good advice. Brutus. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. Welcome in, Brutus. What kind of lifting do you do? You do powerlifting or any more bodybuilding? Not that it matters. You can just be lifting. All right. I'll rest a little bit. Man, I knew kicking off with these deads was going to be challenging. I'm already gassed. General health. 42 now. Want to look good in pics on vacation. A fantastic reason. That is a fantastic style to follow. How long you been getting into it? Whew. Not trying to just grill you here. I don't know. I'm always like so impressed by folks who find their way into it a little bit later, you know? Always also impressed by people who just stick with it. 20 years. Hell yeah. That's fantastic. Yeah. We try to keep a longevity mindset around here. Like right now, you know, we're on a cut. We're on a cut. This week's training makes 0 sense being on a cut, but the rest of the 6 weeks will make sense. Arya Celine, hello, good morning. How are you doing? Aesthetic physique enthusiast. Do you like aesthetic physiques such as these?
Do I look
shoes?
like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
Chef Taylor, welcome in. How you doing? Yes, to Acro, we're all apes. Hierarch, welcome in. How you doing? How's your day? Well, I'm doing pretty well. Had a nice walk with wifey. I tried something new this morning that I'm surprised it took me this long to do it. I made cereal, but I put vanilla protein powder, shook it up in my milk that I use for my cereal, and I just use that instead of just having milk. And to be honest, it like sort of ruined my cereal experience. If I'm being completely frank about it. Because you kind of get used to what that taste is like, of just like the light sweetness of your cereal choice. And then you like add in whatever vanilla BS. This is a very small thing. But I did have blueberries in my cereal, so I still got to taste blueberries. Having a crap day so far? What? What? Chef, it'll turn around. Do you want to talk about it? Love your shirt. Thank you, Gray. It is a cutoff. It is of my own creation, sort of. It is of my own creation of someone else's creation. Have you tried Magic Spoon? It sounds familiar, but I don't think I've tried it yet. Vanilla could ruin your Captain Crunch. Sorry, Captain Crunch. I can't believe I said Captain Crunch. Do you mean like it would ruin the flavor of your Captain Crunch? Because I eat 2 cereals. 2 cereals. Honey Nut Cheerios. Quaker Oats oatmeal squares. Why did that take me so long? All right, I need a bio break before this last set. Bladder? I hardly know her. Bro, what are you doing? OMG, you're so naughty. Oh my... Sega, what's wrong? Hello. Sounds like sad and unfrosted mini wheats. They're actually very tasty. They have like a gentle sweetness to them. Much like a Croce. A Croce has a gentle sweetness to him as well. Magic Spoon is a sugar-free, high-protein cereal. Pretty good. The only flavor I'd recommend is the fruity one. The rest are meh. Much like Uncle Sega. Hey, chat. I'm being very serious. Go ahead and just drop whoever you think in your life has a gentle sweetness about them, similar to the gentle sweetness of Quaker Oats oatmeal squares. Hashtag not spawn. All right, we're gonna do booty cam for this last set because I want to actually make sure that I'm doing all of these deadlifts with good form. Booty time. So we're gonna shift the lighting a little bit. I'm not stalling. I'm definitely not stalling. Booty Cameriski. To say the intrusive thoughts are winning. Are your intrusive thoughts winning? All right. Last steward, full stop. Okay. Hey, Rocket. Welcome in, Rocket Fit. Thinking, can you throw me up and down like a child? I mean, no judgments here. Man, I'm gonna drop a stream marker so I can look at those later. Where's the button? Where's that button? Oh boy, that was a lot. Hey, 60 deadlifts, that's pretty cool. At 225, I gotta do some push-ups. Whew. Audiobook I'm listening to titled, If It Sounds Like a Quack, types of things people were doing. Yo, Sega, there's this podcast that if you're into that, I would highly recommend. It's called Sawbones. It's by this dude who is like a pretty experienced podcaster, but it's actually being run by his wife, who is a doctor. And their whole thing is looking back on like all the different historical medicine gaffes that people have made and like drawing comparisons to modern day solutions. Clean this up. Keen, do you also listen to Sawbones? Crybaby Crook, good Morgan. Brutus, how'd you feel about the form? I feel like midway, I started to give it a little more back and a little more bounce. So I still did the lifts. I just don't know if I emphasized enough booty and hammy. Or his doctor, who is a wife. Use leeches to feed on your back, treat back pain, insert them in your ass to treat stomach problems, not to eat stomach problems. Yeah, I think some cultures still do use leeches pretty prolifically. Like they haven't really stopped. I'm trying to remember what kinds of treatments they're used for. Nani? Nani? A bead. How we doing? Drove with legs, kept the back locked. Word. All right. The words you scribbled on the wall. I still think Claudio is like one of the greatest vocalists of his era in terms of range and like range and guitar talent simultaneously. Leeches were used to get rid of bad blood back before they understood what bacteria was. Whew. I sound bassy. Ooh. I will try to not cause any trouble then. Ooh, I could have let the dad joke go, but I made it. I could have let it go, but I made it anyway. And now everyone has to deal with the consequences. How we doing, Bede? Joe Asmar. Joe definitely puts the ass in bass. I hear he is a talented fisherman. My man is up at 4 o'clock in the morning poking worms. Hello? Spotify, you okay? Hello? Good. Very good at baiting. What's your current weight macros? So my current weight this morning, stepped on the scale at 177.3, I think. 177.3. My macros, I'm aiming for 170 grams of protein, 150 to 170 every day. I'm trying to land up on the upper end of that. But I'm not counting calories super closely. And I do fluctuate a little bit based on what I do during the day. So my run days are a little less calorie intensive than my lift days, surprisingly, because I lift for like 2.5 hours. So my run days, I'll usually aim to replace like 24, 2,500. Nope, that's not it. And then on lift days, I aim to 27 to 2,800. I'm on a very, oh, I never plugged in my computer. Whoops. What's going on here? See. Have a good meeting, Celine. Mr. Bomb. Oh, we should listen to that, Sega. Any objections? Been a while. Macros right now are 175 protein, 80 grams fat, 150 carbs. Only 1,800 calories. Yeah. Yeah. Rocket, I think within like, I don't know, within 4 weeks of when I have to record for Acro's show, like within 4 weeks of that, I'm gonna start cutting down a little bit more. But right now, I think we're gonna stay on a very slight deficit. All right, we're gonna get. What's your goal right now, Rocket? Are you just trying to cut down? And when are you gonna stop? Good morning, Gaston. How we doing, Ricardo? Have I ever called you that before? Has anyone ever called you that before? Don't call my name, don't call my name. Ricardo. Do all that now so I can normalize a bit before TwitchCon. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm going to have a pretty hard turn when that comes around, I think. I know that it's not great, but I sure have. Keen, I love that emote. I love all of the SpongeBob emotes that you find your way into use, but that one in particular just has this very lovely casual fish energy. 168 right now, lost 12 pounds. Next goal is 165. Got you. Only thing I don't respond to is Rick. That's my dad's name since I'm a junior. I will never call you Rick. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say that if I drink enough, I might call you Rick once, and feel free to firmly but lovingly correct me on the fact. Good to see you, Gaston. Welcome in, Hearthstoner. Welcome in, Chris. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gotcha! Can we call you Junior? All right, hang on. We're gonna be following that account immediately. We're drinking enough to where you can call me that. We're having a good time. New little weight today. I'm actually starting to feel some firmness in my core, like there are places with not much fat left. Yes! My dude, congratulations. That's fantastic, Gaston. How do you feel? How's the energy? Actually, what am I doing? Why am I doing it this way? Oh, nope, don't drop stuff. Don't drop stuff on your toe. Come on, Joe. But Rocket, you are gonna look so good at 165. Like, you already look amazing. I don't really know how low I'm trying to go. Like, I had 170 in my head, but I think that that's gonna be really aggressive considering where my body fat is already at 177. And I think if I do hit 170, it's gonna be like one day on a low water weight day. So we shall see. Whew, feel good, energy is still great. Concerned about saggy skin, not really letting that deter me. I mean, your arms are looking fantastic. Why do people say military press is bad for shoulder health? Ooh, I actually can, I can speak to that a little bit. So a lot of folks will say that military press, any barbell overhead press is bad for your shoulder. Because typically when people are doing a lot of military press or overhead press with a barbell, they are not adequately preparing for that movement. And by that, I mean, some people they're going to start a new gym program, or they'll start a new program or start a new whatever, and they'll see military press on there. And they will not have spent an appropriate amount of time doing varied levels of stability for the shoulder girdle in doing that pressing movement. Because the thought is, when you're doing a military press, we'll do that wellness minute too. When you're doing a military press, that you're pressing from your front delts, your middle delts, and your rear delts, right? It's meant to be a shoulder exercise. You also need to brace the core. You also need to make sure that all of the muscles underneath your shoulder that support your shoulder girdle, including your rotator cuff, the muscles that are like behind your scapula, are all like ready to hold that braced position before you do that pressing movement. So if you are new, do not do a military barbell press. Spend a little bit of time doing machine presses, dumbbell presses, get used to bracing the core and pushing up. The other thing too is ego lifting, but ego lifting is part of it. We just had an ad break, so I'm gonna get this set in and then I'll complete. We'll do the set. Because there's one more thing in particular that I think comes up a lot with military press and shoulder press, or OHP, barbell OHP in particular. Okay. I smudged up my glasses. Hot dog. Rear delt raises are going to be the superset we do with these. These 20, yeah. These feel heavy. Gotcha. All right, are we back from ads? Eating some jambalaya I made yesterday for lunch. Ooh, I love jambalaya. Jambalaya. What'd you put in there, Tabs? I shouldn't have. I sweat on my glasses, and then I don't have the case down here. I'll post pick and disco. Good on you for representing against ego lifting to the community. Just get a good workout. Don't be concerned with numbers in the bar. Yeah, like, I think there's a time and a place to chase numbers, truly. Like, if you are doing a sport and, like, you know, either there's money on the line, or if you've got friends that are encouraging you to lift more in like a really healthy way where you're all kind of pushing each other, I think that's great. If you are just watching people on the internet and how much they're lifting and then being like, ooh, I'm worthless if I don't bench 3 plates. Like, just follow progression, you know? Take your time, follow a program. Don't hurt yourself. If you hurt yourself, then you don't get to lift at all, which sucks a lot less than benching 3 plates. IMO. The final thing on military press is grip. So all military and overhead barbell press is going to be that grip, right? So some people, when they do these lifts for the first time, they don't pay attention to what is healthy for the shoulder and for the kinetic chain. So you'll see people grab the bar like this. Well, Gosh, this is really hard to explain concisely. Wait, what? If you are gripping too close or gripping too far out and turning your elbows, flaring out your elbows, you're going to be creating an internal rotation in the shoulder. Your shoulder is like, you can see people who have really like big, broad, strong shoulders, but those little tendons in there, they're actually like very, very picky about what happens. The angle of the dangle, if you will. So if you're going to be doing a barbell OHP of any form, make sure that you are setting yourself with a proper angle so that you are not, see, that's the thing, is like it's so different for everyone, but you want to make sure that those arms are perpendicular to the bar, right? You don't want to be reaching out and then pressing in and creating a pinching here. You don't want to be reaching in and then also creating that same internal rotation pinch up around the shoulders. I'm talking about it in a very unscientific way, and I recognize that. We also have a wellness minute to do, which I should probably kind of hustle into. The wellness minute is actually very, is actually very relevant. Change your grip so you don't feel pain, and drop the weight. For show. Change your grip, be willing to drop the weight. One of the reasons why I'm doing this 15-10-5 progression is because I started to feel pain and discomfort doing certain movements. And I want to do a reset to make sure that I am neurologically ready to do those heavier lifts. And that's what today's Wellness Minute is kind of going to be about. We just got to do it. All right. Boink. Read the notes here. Cool. What is up, everybody? How we doing today? My name is Joe, aka Cool Runnings, and welcome to today's Wellness Minute. Today's Wellness Minute is practice, balance, and stability. It is one of those things that we kind of take for granted. If you're someone who's been working out for a long time and you've just been doing like lifting or running, me, any form of steady state cardio, any form of machine lifts, using some sort of stability training is something that can get kind of lost in the shuffle. So if you're feeling like you're plateauing, like you've been trying to work really hard, or that things just, the bar's not moving the way you expect it to, or your times aren't improving, try taking a week or 2 or 4 even to step back and start working on some of that lighter weight stability stuff. It doesn't have to be that you're replacing an entire workout with, I'm gonna stand on a flat Bosu ball and I'm gonna try to do all sorts of like wobbly chest presses. No, it's nothing like that. Really just like taking a little bit of time, adding 1 to 2 movements of, I'm gonna stand on one foot. I'm gonna do this today actually. Stand on one foot. I'm gonna pass something around. I'm gonna try to jump from one foot to the other, do a little bit of plyometric resistance training. All these little things, if you feel like you're stuck, can really help, right? And even if you're not someone who does a lot of workouts, taking a couple of opportunities during the day to stand up and just like stand on one foot for a while. You can't see it, but I'm standing on one foot right now. Stand on one foot for a while, switch the foot, do 30 seconds each, a few times a day. You'll feel initially like if that's really hard for you, if you're really wobbly, then you may have a little bit of instability in your ankles, your knees, and potentially in your hips. So balance helps us reduce the chance of injury. Balance helps us just like, you know, live happier lives. If it's easier to get up and out of a chair, or if you're like walking upstairs and you kind of trip a little bit and you don't have to completely eat it and hit your face on the steps, all of those are good things. So today's Wellness Minute is, you know, consider working on your balance a little bit. It might seem like something that's really easy to just kind of fall to the side, especially if your training is going okay, but especially if you're feeling stuck, just give it a go. Boop. Thank you for that Wellness Minute. I cannot remember who cashed it in, but I appreciate you. Ooh. Listen to some word here on. You know what helps in neurological readiness? Ego lifting. Also, Cook Games, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. I did not mean to ignore you. We were just transitioning when you popped in. No ego lifting. If you're not sure what ego lifting is, feel free to ask. I'm happy to explain. And I'm gonna put myself in the hot seat here, and I'm gonna do like a front-facing camera for my OHP. so everyone can hold me accountable to what I'm talking about here. Ugh. Uh-huh. Get that ring finger on those knurls. See, we're still a little wide. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. Most of my injuries are related to ego lifting with no spotters. Yeah. I'm constantly lifting without a spotter. And one of these days, something's going to happen. I mean, that is just like the thing with home gyms, right? You lifting all by your lonesome. Sometimes things happen. But thankfully, I try not to lift so much that I couldn't get myself out of trouble if I really needed to. One of these days. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huzzah! We can definitely go up on those next week. All right, we got 2 more sets. We're an hour and 20 in. We're making decent time. Why not standing lateral raise? Because I did those on Monday. So hooch. Ooh, there goes my pen. I'm working on an ABCD schedule. This is B day. A day and C day are going to have lateral raises. B day and D day. Haven't quite decided on what D days look like. That's height weight. I think I have a stats command. It's probably out of date. What's your stats, bro? Yeah, so right now I'm 177. Estes! Hello! Thank you so much for the resub. Welcome and welcome back. How's your day? How long have you been training? For a while. It's kind of complicated, Hooch, because I had been like I did lifting during like middle school, high school. Completely took a year off when I started college. And then gosh. I don't know. I've been more serious about it in the last like 5 or 6 years. Are those strength stats up to date? As of March of this year. I usually say because of all the running, I'm not as strong as I should be. But I try not to make it sound like an excuse. Firewolf, welcome in. Good morning. What's that? Flip blocks. I'm starting to experiment a bit more. Power cube, yeah. I could probably, like, I could just eat some dried fruit or something. Most days I will. Today I wanted these. I knew the deadlifts were going to be really rough. You look much bigger and stronger. Yeah. So that's just like, I am trying very much to have my numbers catch up a little bit to my aesthetics. I'm not really that concerned. Like, I'm 30, so my bone density is really not going to change that much.
over the next number of years. Statistically, you peak out at bone density, and usually you are your strongest between like 25 and 33. So I'm gonna try to get stronger. Is that not just candy? I mean, it sort of is. Like, if you consider any candy to just be like a little bit of sugar and carbs and sodium, then yes, it absolutely is candy. But it's meant to be like simple carbs that will refill glycogen stores quickly. But it's not going to be glycogen stores. It's just going to be blood sugar, basically. You can load up your glycogen stores prior to a workout, but during the actual workout, any nutrition that you take in is largely going to go straight to your brain. How do you feel today? Well, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm a little tired. I'm really sore, honestly. My hamstrings and my glutes are extremely, extremely sore. Brutus, have a good lurk. Tell me more about your ABCD routine. So I am developing it as we speak. So I had been doing a 3-day lifting split of Mondays, push primary, Wednesdays, full primary, Friday, entirely full body. And what I'm going to try doing for a little bit to focus a little bit more on lifting than running is to put a little more juice into actual full body routines 3 days a week. And then, so it's going to be A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A. So I'm still doing 3 workouts a week.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
I lost count. Oh. Yeah. So I run on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and either Saturday or Sundays. Brainy Sabella, how are you doing? How are you doing, Brainy? Start to sell sugar in these little paper packets and call them high performance energy packs. Frozen Peas by Jolly Green Giant. What should I sell? Should I make my own product? That sounds like a pretty quick pipeline to making meth. And we're not doing that. I've seen how that goes. Oh. Yeah, that's a firm no. Even if I knew where to get it or how to make it, that's a nah. Even if I knew anything about it. This is one of those TOS things. I can't even joke about it. Ah. So, Hooch, are you familiar with Nick Bare? Bare spelled B-A-R-E. He's kind of the big hybrid athlete guy nowadays. Be different when you be an ethical, compassionate dealer. Yeah, that's it right there. Don't do drugs. You'd wear a cool mugshot t-shirt. If I sold a t-shirt with my face on it, people would buy it. Is that a real thing? I really need to update the merch. I found out that the tank top that I made that I really liked, they just like pulled it from the store. Just doesn't exist anymore. I need a new option for making merch. Rocket. You have to commit a crime first. Oh, okay. So it has to be a real mugshot. It can't be like a fabricated mugshot. Fourth wall, I'll look into fourth wall. There was something that kept me from using them last time I looked, and I can't remember what it was. There was some issue, and I cannot remember what it was, but I'll look into it again. Because I really, really, really want someone, I want someone that's going to use, like, sustainably sourced materials. And I know that that's, like, such a crunchy-ass millennial thing to say and do. But I was able to, like, pick the sourcing on the ones that I chose for the store that's up there now. And at least there was some form of, I might have been completely greenwashed, you know? But we'll see. I'll check out fourth wall again. Pursuant to our conversation last night about me wanting to see stream things as fun things and not work things. That's it right there. Once I get through this exam, once I get through that exam, August 31st, baby. Okay, so David, I'm gonna decline. I'm gonna give you your points back. I'm gonna give you your points back. That one I'm gonna decline. I got you. Sorry to turn you down, buddy. I can explain why. And I think it'll turn some people off if I explain why, but I hope everyone will respect my choice. Shields up. Explain to me in DMs. I can do that. I can do that. All right. We can definitely go up on these next week. These have felt pretty good. Can I move the camera with my foot? Okay. Center. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I had a bolt fall off. Which one? Damn it. Ooh. I was all ready to do my set. What just fell off? Rule number 1. If something falls off on your bench, hold off on your set until you know what it is. Yikes. I don't know if that's rule number 1, but it is an important rule. I think I figured out what it is. I think it's just on the bottom of the seat, so I'll be okay. That's not good. Everything will be okay. 12:30 right now. Launch to the bridge. I want those shields up and running. You have 2 hours. Two. Ah. Did it. Rocket with his Marcy bench. Almost made Final Destination. You know, I remember watching that clip and being absolutely terrified. The Titan bench has been a really good product. It's heavy as hell. It's heavy as hell. And just like, I've had 2 instances where a screw has fallen out. Compliant Oyster. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. I've had 2 instances where like a bolt has fallen out from somewhere and it hasn't been critical. But that's been in like 2.5, probably 2 years of using it. All right. Next bit of the routine will probably go a little bit faster, I would imagine. And it kind of needs to. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble. Now we're fine. We got time. We got plenty of time. Get the intercostals as you pump. You hold. Yeah, I could be a little more intentional about my rear delt raises. Adjustable bench is so light. I have to throw some plates down behind the feet so it doesn't move. Holy cow. Yeah, this thing's a monster. It is, I almost built a little ramp on the front of my platform just so I didn't have to lift it every time. Abid, have a good workout, my dude. Full trash bag, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. Cheers. Cheers, brah. We'll back this up now. We'll get set up for some incline presses. Ugh. I wasn't expecting Bowie, but I will accept Bowie. Good deep, bro. Make sure you're getting that good squeeze. Hang on, what am I doing? So we're doing incline dumbbell press, tricep rope push down, and a dumbbell RDL. Boy, howdy. So we're doing a complementary superset, followed by another standing dumbbell movement for legs. Primarily to just save a little bit of time. Sometimes you do a giant set or a superset to combine strength with a little bit of extra stability work. Sometimes you do a giant set or a superset solely to save time. Both are valid. Largely the reason that I do it. Keep the heart rate up. Save a little bit of time by squeezing stuff together. Okay. 50. No, I gotta set up pushdowns. I have not done rope pushdowns in a while. And I will be the first to admit that I'm pretty trash at them. Ed Marino, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. So we're gonna grab the rope. And I'm be fully honest. Welcome in, Ed. Do you go by Ed? Or do you want me to say Ed Marino? I will follow your preference. We are only going to put 40 pounds on here. 1, because we're doing 15 reps. And 2, because this is just not a movement that I've ever spent a lot of time doing. Maybe we'll go up if the 15 is too easy. In fact, we will go up if it's too easy. But I don't know what to expect. Lads. Oh. I need to move the light. This may be too much also. 10, 11. That may not be enough. We'll see. See how the next couple feel. Oh, no. Don't put that on me. No, sir. I appreciate you, but that's a nah. What up, Eddie? How we doing? How are you doing today, Eddie? How are your little gremlins? That's not very good. We'll go from back here. That's another reason why I don't do these too often. Yikes. I don't know if I don't know if those are very good. It isn't the Itachi of health and fitness. What up, you absolute dumpster fire of a person? Oh God. Hang on. See, we've done Zachbot before, and I cannot remember for the life of me how we handled it. Shiny Ramen Bowl and Illuminatics, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follows and welcome to the Run Club. Zachbot. Hi, everyone. My name is Zachbot. I love pups, weed, and mortgage brokering. Oh, gosh. Oh. Ooh, those felt good. Those are not going to feel good later, but they feel good now. Hello, Shiny Ramen Bowl. Welcome in. My name is not actually Zachbot. My name is Cool Runnings. I go by Joe. Welcome in. I love doing tricep pull downs. I've had good tricep development, decent tricep development, but for some reason, push downs, I just cannot do it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you can even hear me right now. Ugh. Eddie, what do you got for lunch today? Are you meal prepping? Are you doing your standard bodybuilder chicken and rice with broccoli? Okay. I think we're back from ads. I think we have returned. But yeah, Thundergun. I like doing tricep work, but I have not ever really been able to do really strong tricep pushdowns. Like, I've had some good movement in my triceps this past year, but I think part of that has been not actual tricep development from tricep work, but tricep development from doing other things poorly. Much like how my traps were for a while. I used to have very accentuated traps because I wasn't doing other lifts correctly. Rows in particular. That was all traps, no lats. Hey. Whoop. There you go. I'm trying to be a trap lord. Are you doing lots of shroogs? Trap lord. Ruler of games. Next superset, here we go. Cam was like, I want to see the ground. I want to look down. You see me okay? Great. Whoa. Okay, we might have had the right weight. Might have had the right weight. Except, man, it's so cloudy outside. Usually we get like a little bit more light back here. Checking out more fitness streams. Trying to learn everything I can about it so I can be as healthy. Only recently got into doing fitness workouts. Word. Is there anything you have questions about right now? Otherwise, I'm happy to just kind of keep rolling and answer questions for you as they come along. But that's fantastic. If you're looking to get motivated and like kind of learn a little bit here and there, all these fitness and health communities are wonderful for that. I know we kind of get up our own you know what's about it, but I really do think that if you're into the fitness things, or if you're just trying to get a little more active, it can be very affirming to spend time in these streams. Come on. Eddie, I haven't done like hardly any shrugs. That's this. We'll see you soon. More focused on weight loss. Obese and have been most of my life. 4 months ago decided to change my life and lost currently 55 pounds in 4 months. That's fantastic. How do you feel? Congratulations. No matter what happens from here on out, that's a fantastic accomplishment. I hope you're very proud. Two, 3, 4, 6, 9, 10. I should be pausing. Bottom of those. So hard to think about doing pauses when you're doing 15 reps.
Oh, right. The poison.
Poison for Cusco.
The poison
Poison
chosen
special.
Gil
Cusco's poison. Oh. Oh. Hello, Payback. That's poison. Yes. How you doing, Michael? Why do people pass out when they lift heavy weights? Is it their breathing? Lack of breathing. So it's primarily breathing. I'm not going to be able to speak to this in a great amount of detail, but I understand that there is a level of it's breathing, but it's also central nervous system fatigue and blood flow. So like usually you see it happen to people when they're doing deadlifts. Like that's most of the pass out videos that I've seen. Gerg, thanks for the follow, Gerg. Have a good lurk, Michael. And Valerie, good morning. Doing deadlifts with me? Heck yeah. But yeah, typically when you see someone pass out from doing deadlifts, it's not because they've done like a reasonable weight, like, you know, 3 to 8 times, right? It is when they've tried to go for like a really big set. And someone explained it to me once that like when you're doing that, if you have not warmed up, or like if your body is really not ready for that lift and you don't have adequate blood flow, blood that's in your brain goes like, your heart goes, oh shit, my core, my legs, my butt, my feet, like all this needs that blood, needs that blood and that oxygen that is carried along with that blood. and it just goes, and then your head goes, whomp. That's how I understand it happens. I could be wrong though. Doing hit things, yell for mod halt. I will. I will scream, I will shout, I will let it all out. We got 2 sets then. You ready for the next one, everyone? Yeah, how's your sister doing? You checked in yesterday. Fatza. Thank you for the lurk.
Do it.
I hope you're having a wonderful day. I will do it. Couple Grammys on you. It's a fact, eh? Roll it back, eh? Roll it back, eh? I told you long ago. Ugh. Oh, all right. 15. Six. I want to try another camera angle for the push downs, but I think it'll just be my butt. Doing super well. Does not feel it does feel uncomfortable. Lumbar puncture. Ooh. Oh, that sounds so uncomfortable. But it sounds like she's on the up. Eddie, have a good lurk, my dude. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hello. I know you don't have a lot of time, so I appreciate it when you take a moment to stop in here and check in on us. All right. Nope. Flat feet. Seven, 8, 9. Rest pause it is. Oh. Rocket, are you lifting today, buddy? Wednesday. Let's see, Wednesday for Rocket Fit. Is that legs for you? Grip's starting to go. One more. Earlier stream today, noon my time. Ooh, okay. I'll try to jump out. I think I'll be a meeting where that starts, but full body workouts. Did leg focus yesterday. Hot. Hot. So you're also building that booty. What the hell is that? Is that Arya's? Arya, what? Oh my. Ooh. Got this. And the last set's going to be a pull focus set. So we're going to do lat pull downs, hammer curls. We're going to do some balance pass arounds. I want to fade away sometimes. Just for like a couple of days. Doing these raised heel squats on my slant board. my quads be dying. Rocket, has your slant board been a worthwhile investment for you? I put one on my throne list, and I was half waiting for someone to buy it for me, but I may need to just, like, buy it. Because I really need more quad work. Need more quad work. Oh, man. How do I do bit life? How do I do bit life? Let me think about this. No. I don't know. David, I feel like I'm really letting folks down on the impressions today. I think I'm just a little bit in my own head today, and I'm finding it hard to put myself in someone else's head. Helped me so much with my ankle calf mobility. I use it for pistol squats, and now these raised heel squats. Does it come with like varying levels of wedge? I do miss working out, but I'm glad to take a break. How many days are you taking off, Valerie? I can try, right? I can try to do Ryan. My hair's too long. All right. What's up, guys? Morning. Been eating protein Frosties, nothing but protein Frosties for the last 6 weeks. And check out my TikTok. You want the recipe? If you use your channel points down below, you can change the color of the stream. This one's sponsored by Legion. We're doing a Legion giveaway. Exclamation point enter to get into that giveaway. You know, you could you might think about if you check out the supplements that we got here available on the Legion Fitness website. Hang on a sec. We'll pull this right up. Yeah, we'll get a good look at this right here. Yeah, did you know Legion uses no proprietary blends? And enter this giveaway. 100 points, 1,000 points, some amount of points. I don't know. I'm not trying to say that Ryan's a shill, because he's not. Whoa! Hello, Raiders. Talk about all your kids. Yeah, me and the 14 kids. I don't know how that man does it. Raiders, welcome in. Spiny, hi. Hi, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders. Spiny, how was your lift today? He doesn't have 14 kids. I don't want to start the rumor mill. He's got 4, though, right? He's got 4 kids? Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Joe. I go by Cool Runnings here on Twitch. I use he, him pronouns. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. 7. Okay. I feel like I've never seen all 7 at once. And that's not meant to be a dig. Talk about your kids. Raiders, I don't know if I finished my spiel. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, we lift weights. Tuesdays, Sundays, we play video games all the time. We are an inclusive community all about getting moving in the ways that work for you and enjoying rad stories together. We are on a high volume mini training block. 6'1", 230 in March, down to 185 now, starting to focus more on getting rid of the little chicken arms I have. Yo, Gerg, that's amazing. What are you doing? Are you primarily lifting? What kind of stuff you got going on? There's not enough room in the gym for all of them. It's actually, if he actually got recorded with all of his kids in the gym at once, he would get reported by the Wisconsin State Board for violating fire codes for having that many kids in one room. Oh, I do have throne alerts enabled. Did it not go off? Paul, did you do something? Ooh, that form just fell right apart. Ah. Ooh. I will check those throne alerts in just a moment. Because they are absolutely enabled. Me? What, me? Who did this? I'm checking. I'm checking right now. Oh my gosh. Yo. Yo, Paul. Paul. Thank you for the squat wedges. What the hell? C-Dub, welcome in, welcome back. Thank you for the wedges. You didn't have to do that. Now we're going to get all these wedgies. Ooh, Dion, welcome in. Hang on, let me read Greg's comment. I got to get the superset too. Diet was huge, obviously. Had a ton of cardio. Messing around with a set of adjustable dumbbells and a bench to get started with the weights. That's fantastic, Gerg. I'm so glad you found your way into it. And I can say firsthand that being a part of these communities here on Twitch has been super motivating for me. Thrown as being buggy. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. Paul just gifted the squat wedges that we were talking about a moment ago. And he did not have to do that. What a giving man. Ugh. Come on. I'm going to wait a second and do one that's one really good rep at least to close this out. Chapow. Thank you, Paul. Dion, let's get it today. We absolutely will. I'm going to do those squats as soon as I do these dumbbell RDLs. Check the booty. Ugh. Four. 6. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 4. Ah. And 10 squats. And then I'll check chat. Huh. Wait, Twitch is down? What? What's going on? Holy shit. Eight, 9. Uh-oh. That's no good. Beach, are you alive? Where's my throne biz? Could have sworn I had this on here. Uh-oh. I'm here. Uh-oh. Nobody leave. If anybody leaves, there's a chance you might not be able to come back. We see you, don't stress. I ain't stressing. No! Rocket, what did I just say? Ooh. Maybe they tried to, never mind. Every single channel is a white screen. Well, hey, it's safe here. I didn't have anything to do with what's happening out there, but I can tell you that it's safe here. If nothing else. That's the situation. All right. I can get behind this. It's cool. Dear Twitch.tv, thank you for holding my audience captive. Twitch got banned for breaking terms of service. Oh boy. What'd they do this time? Or was it the meth thing? Better than actually press the reload button or exit out by accident. Everyone stay put. We're safe here, like a snowy day. Welcome to your safe haven. For now. And don't leave. Or else. I'm not trying to sound threatening. I just am by default. Sounds messy. I saw Twitch been over on stream like this last night. Ooh. Was it that one guy? DJ, what's his name? If we start naming names, I think that'll get me in trouble. All right. I'm not going to change what's going on here. 25 plus 15. What's 25 plus 15? That's 40, right? Yeah. We're going to do 40 and then 5. So we can do 85. We can add 5s and make it 90. Math, 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 math. Math, 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 not math, math. Math, math. Ooh. Get on there. Get on there, you little scamp! Alright, there we go. I don't know, Sega's still here. Sega, it's your favorite song. Whew. I heard Paul ST always being a kind soul. He was. He went straight back to being a bastard, but he was a kind soul. It was all Twitch, led by Joe. Everyone on Twitch twerked all at once. I'm sorry, Paul. I don't actually feel that way about you. Thank you for the gift. See, I can't do this. I can't do it. I can't talk crud without turning around and apologizing afterwards. I am unable to do it. All right, we got lat pull downs, dumbbell hammer curls. What I have programmed is 20, but that is probably too little. So I may have to bump up to 25. We're going to be doing, again, sets of 15. And the goal this week is not to go to failure every time. So if we're doing a couple of moves, it's okay. Oh, yikes. That was really loud. Rocket, you were saying, hang on, let me go back. Because you were saying you were doing, to rock the quads, you were doing the, okay, pistol squats and raised heel squats. Because I'm working in pistol squats once a week, or, you know, single leg squats onto a box is what I've been doing to help with some mobility stuff. I'm in that phase where I've realized that I'm not in as great a shape as I look like I am. Does that make sense to anyone? Okay, I'm just gonna do the pull downs. If Twitch dies, it dies. Hello? Yo, hang on, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders. Holy cow. Janice? What's up, Janice? Welcome in. The heart shocky paddles just in case. Welcome in, Janice. Trevor, thank you for the follow. How we doing, Janice? Can I get a shout for Janice Garcia, please? Y'all are on top of it. Thank you, Lucid. How you doing? Hi from Janice's stream. Janice, how was the sesh today? Welcome in. Glad you could make it over. Feel like I always stream a little too early for us to like really cross paths, but we're doing some high rep stuff today. What'd you get in today? Were you doing legs? Back and bicep, what you got going on? Raiders, welcome in. My name is Joe. I go by Cool Runnings here on Twitch. I see him pronouns. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, we lift weights. Tuesdays, Sundays, we play video games. All the time, we're an inclusive community. All about getting moving in the ways that work for you. Enjoying rad stories together. Make sure you're taking care of yourself as you're coming in. Grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a walk, grab a sip, grab a pet, pick them up, give them loves. The late plateau of strengthening arc. You know it. Lucis, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Run Club. Oh, that's kind of you. It's been a number of years. Beanbag chair. Grab your beanbag chair. Oh boy. I'm gonna do some pass arounds to close up this giant set. Woo! 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Monique, have a great lurk. Thank you so much. 10, 11, 12. Ooh, damn. 13, 14, 15. Switch legs. Gotta go the other way. Yeah? This way. Is this the way I just went? Ooh! Yeah, no. Hey, it's okay if we're tipping over. Because we're trying to get to where we don't tip over. That's the goal. If you want to not tip over, you got to start by kind of tipping over a little bit. Firewolf, I don't think you should go. Hydrate time. Yeah, I got to finish this up, Trevor. I got you, though. All right. Left leg, 15 passes. Oh. I gotta flex that down leg a little bit more. Oh, okay, don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it. Damn. Wow. That was a cartoonishly long struggle to stay on my foot. Ah. We shall hydrate.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want
a
picture of a goddamn hot
goddamn
dog.
hot. I did stay up there. Oh. Excuse me. Lucid, how long you been lifting for? And thank you for the hydrate, Trevor. Welcome in. We have 3 more sets of this giant set here, which is lat pull downs, dumbbell hammer curl, and then a single leg pass around. We request songs in here. I don't really do song requests. Occasionally, like someone's like talking about something, then the spirit takes me, and I'll throw something on. Working out for a couple months, somewhat close to a year. Pretty good progress so far. Maxed out my first machine. That's rad. Oh my gosh, congrats. Congrats on keeping it going for a couple months. That's around the point where some folks tend to struggle to stick with it. Might be losing my back flab slowly but surely. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Congrats, Sarah. All right, we're going to keep rolling. Let me just check my calendar, my timing here. We're good. We're in good shape. 2:11. We're fine.
Do it.
Do it. Fine. Fine. Oh. Next week, we'll be increasing everything by just a little bit. Boink. Determined to keep it going. Lose some of that belly fat. Keep at it. Keep at it. That is typically the last thing to go. So if you got to cycle a little bit, get ye old belly fat out of there. Super normal. I think we're gonna move this. We're doing more work up here anyway. There we go. That's fantastic, Sarah. Yeah. I mean, just feeling good, getting moving. That's mostly what we're about in here. Some of our long timers are familiar. Make sure I don't lose count this time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It is tempting to increase the weight, but we will not do that. Working out again on Friday? Ooh. So what kind of split do you got going? Are you doing kind of like an upper lower? Are you just doing full body whenever you can work it in? It's funny how the angle can make me look either very short or very appropriately heighted. There's probably a better word for that. Okay, I'm going to try to keep a better posture this time. I think I was falling forward a little bit. I want to keep those hips in line with the ground. Core activated. $11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Left leg. 1, 2. Tiger. Tiger, I'm sorry if you said hello and I didn't greet you. Welcome in, Tiger. I've been doing a little bit of practice. I was saying on stream last night that I've really been struggling to post stuff because I've hit this point where nothing looks like I think it should. So I've been struggling to actually like post the stuff that I record or take pictures of. A little crisis of confidence. All right, we're gonna not do the other direction because that took a really long time. I like doing push-ups throughout the week every day because they're fun. Practically anywhere. Gotten really good with them. Ooh, have you seen your count improve? Oh, it's all good, Tiger. Thank you. Well, now I'm going to ask you how your day's going, how your week is. All right. Thankfully, I have not gotten any messages at work while we've been lifting today. What muscles did that workout activate? So it's meant to practice stabilizing all of the like little tiny muscles around the foot and the ankle, as well as the soleus, the gastrocnemius, the tibialis. Oh gosh, what's the other one that's up here? I always forget. Basically just stabilizing all of your little ankle and calf muscles, as well as trying to keep your posture straight and keep your hips up. So your erector spinae and your local musculature that is around your spine. Thank you, Sarah. Well, so, oh, Tiger, you are entitled to a nibble. How are you doing today? Thank you, Para. 25 regular, 3 handstand against the wall, a couple one-handed push-ups, and Janice always does military push-ups. So I tried that and got 45. What is a military push-up? I should know this. Hang on a second. Oh. Is that just elbows close to the body? Peroneals, thank you. Hello, peroneals. Yeah, it's a good one to work in, Seraph. That was what today's Wellness Minute was about, was doing a little bit of balance work here and there. And I really do think it's helpful. Can't have a fellow mod going hungry. Especially not Tiger. We know Tiger comes in hungry. It'd be against the rules for Tiger to leave hungry. Ugh. Maybe we'll actually have time for abs if I get things moving. Maybe. Big maybe. Sorry. Oh. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh. Hammers. But maybe if we have a little time today, we could do some posing practice. We'll see where the cards fall today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's slow this down. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14. Ooh, I could have gotten a good squeeze on that last one. Gave up the opportunity. Oh well. Oh well. This afternoon, I've got 2 meetings that are 30 minutes that should probably be an hour long based on the amount of things that we need to cover and talk about. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Switching legs. 1, 3. I'm going to change up the jams in a moment here. I don't know what I'm feeling, but I'm not feeling angry enough for Rage Against the Machine today. What are you doing here? You goofing, or is this the thing? So I am trying to work on my overall core stability and balance. And all it is essentially I'm just balancing on one foot and I'm moving some weight within my area of control. Yeah. So it is to help with balance, to get my ankles and my calves stronger. And hopefully that's going to help prevent injury and also potentially make my lifts stronger, is the idea. The research says it works. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a go. Heads will roll by the yes. I'm going to listen to that later. It is written. It is written, and it shall be done. Triceps, sure. Triceps. Oh, God. Look at that scapula. When I stretch. Ooh. That's really poking out there, isn't it? That's probably normal, though, right? Played it like 5 times today. ADHD is zoned in. I do not have diagnosed ADHD, but I will get into that mode where it's just like, I'm going to listen to the same song over and over again because it's stuck in there. It's not going anywhere. I know that means I'm burn out on it. Bit life. Fucking out. That's probably normal. Welcome in, Bit. Thank you for that Prime sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gastroc soleus implanters form the triceps ankle activators. I have not heard that phrase before. Adding it to my little research list here. You got diagnosed this year. Oh, word. Okay. Timing. Thank you, Bit. Thank you so much for that resub. I'll give you a little lat spread. Because if my back is unhealthy, I can at least show the aesthetic of it. What games do you play? I'm a little all over the place, Brutus. So last night, we were playing Dave the Diver. Thank you for the shout for BitLife. Last night, we were playing Dave the Diver. We've done some Zelda on stream. The Fable series is one that we've returned to a couple of times here on stream. On my own, I'm playing Stardew right now. I'm going to be starting up either Starfield or Baldur's Gate after I complete my NASM exam on the 31st. I may just wait the 7 days for Starfield to come out rather than getting into really into Baldur's Gate. But the thing about Starfield is if I'm going to play it, I'm not going to be able to do it all on stream. Phew! Flattered, bruh. Bit, how's the rest of your day been? Good to see you this morning. 80 hours deep into Baldur's Gate with the misses. It's real good. Ironically, my routine has gone to shit. No relation to Baldur's Gate. You know, it's been a minute since I've gotten so completely invested in a game that like other parts of my schedule and whatnot have fallen apart. Thankfully, I've been able to stave a lot of that off over the last few years. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Bullshit, that was 15. We're gonna keep going. I think I counted wrong. Trying to catch up on everything. Do some things that move the business forward, but isn't specifically client work. Oh, I got you. I feel like that's my, that's a lot of my struggle with Twitch. It's like, I love streaming. I struggle to find the time for the other things. Nick, what's your primary class in Baldur's Gate? Who's your main? If you got a PS5, I'd recommend FF16. I do actually have a PS5. I haven't used it much in the last couple of months, but I do have a PS5. The moment it was announced, I started saving up. And then when I got into the day one launch program, I ordered one. And it was a godsend during COVID. I added a new page to my website today. Ooh. What's the page, Tabs? Playing a monk and a cleric. Lady is playing a druid and a barbarian. Nice. Just posing pics. Oh, I've been unemployed job hunting for the past month or so. Workouts, video games are the only things keeping me sane. I mean, that's chill though. That's chill though. You hit that point in life sometimes. I think that's okay. Where like your hobbies and the things that you enjoy doing are going to be the only things that are really, really happening for you, right? I'm looking forward to, at some point, being able to take a significant amount of time off of career work, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. More time for Baldur's Gate. No point in working to death if you can't enjoy things. No, absolutely. Like, I'm not saying that my friends who, because I've got a couple of friends who have worked in big cities that have made a lot of really good money, but had absolutely no time to do anything with any of it. I'm not saying that I pity them because they're doing fine now, but it is a thing, right? If you get in a situation where, like sometimes there's like a lifestyle creep, right? Where someone starts making X amount of dollars per year, but then they have all these commitments, or they get tied up in mortgages, or like they're paying for a tiny ass condo somewhere, boatloads of money. Is this hair? Is that a spider web? Tab's voice. Hmm. Does that mean I have to put a shirt on? Amorous, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in, Amorous. Can I get a shout for Amorous Sky? Yo, Bella's already on top of it. Let me think about Tab's voice. Howdy dowdy. Hello, Tori Iris. Welcome in. I'm sure Tabs is shirtless sometimes. You missed the impression part? It hasn't started yet. Hang on. All right, I think I got this actually. Hang on a second. All right, everyone. We are live from the Tabs Voice recording studio, live inside of a very small closet lined with little tiny pads of things. If you want your organization to be able to move forward in a way that supports your customers, if you love the taste of Coca-Cola but hate the taste of cardiovascular exercise, Tabs Voice is the streamer for you. Come by a stream sometime and you can catch all of our gags, jokes, and when some pervert comes in and I have to tell them off. Thank you. There you go. There's your Tabs Voice impression. Tabs, I hope that felt on brand for you. Hi, Joe. Joe's titties. Tabs, give me a letter grade. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad it wasn't just infuriating. All right, I'm gonna set this over here. We're gonna do some might be doing sprints tomorrow, so I'm gonna go a little easy on these. I don't even remember what a program is. I'm sorry, you said you gave me a D for obvious reasons? I'm a little oblivious. Can you explain to me what those reasons are? Is it because I didn't? Great challenge in Vegas. You draw a random name and you have to do an impression. I feel like we're lining ourselves up to hurt each other's feelings. especially if there is any sort of alcohol involved. You're confused about me. Oh, I see. I see. I see. I understand now. Because nothing's ever good enough for you. Nothing's ever good enough for you, and that's why you gave me the D. Is that it? You know what? I hardly do chops. Ugh. Now I remember why. I feel like I'm doing them wrong. Dag nabbit. Do I need to step outside? Why don't you catch me outside? How about that? How about that? We'll leave that there. Showing off? What do you mean? D is short for dick. You see on the internet. Users often refer to the male genitalia as a D. Why do they do that? You have all these crazy... See, I feel like... See, that bit, you say that, but I feel like all of my workouts are completely milquetoast. I feel like I've done the exact same things. I've done the same things over and over again for like 2.5 to 3 years now. This is the first time I've done chops in a very long time. The funny thing about doing NASM training and like NASM studying is that they pound so hard. Like, stop just pushing in the sagittal plane. Life doesn't exist in the sagittal plane. Life doesn't just exist in the frontal plane. Okay. Fine. Transverse plane. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yes. Yes. I'm not Mr. CPT yet. Not yet. Not till August 31st. They push so hard. More. 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 Faster. Okay. I actually do like golf. Golf is not done in the sagittal plane. That's all I have to say. What you been up to lately, Nathan CPT? Show me your sagittal plane. I'm sorry? You heard me. Show me your sagittal plane. Ugh. The coolest thing about doing the NASM CPT is that I get to sit in a CPR class for 5 hours this Saturday. I don't get to flex out with the boys because I have to sit in a CPR class for 5 hours. Ooh. Amaris, you got this. Find the energy. You got this. You can get it done. Buy me dinner first. Jeez. You can't just ask me to see my sagittal plane. What is on my back? A spider. There's a good chance there's a spider. No? Okay. Alright. Hope it's not a spider. My cat woke me up at 4 a.m. Sounds like your cat should be doing your exercises with you. Okay, the second set is feeling a lot better than the first set did. Other side. You know what Mason would say is that I should be doing these chops first thing in the exercise as an activation movement. Dropping in for a little motivation. What up, Positive XP? How you doing? What do you got on the menu for leg day? Thanks for stopping in. If by doing exercises with you, you mean trying to get in the way and possibly getting smushed, mine does that all the time. Oh no, I'm sorry, Amorous. Thank you, XP. Once the game plan, once you're all CPT'd up. So the game plan is, so the game plan was that while I was prepping for the exam, I would be preparing a full business plan to actually start making time and space to do training. But I have some folks who express interest in online training and programming. So the plan is to work with them. Hang on. I'm gonna keep that there. So the plan is to, one, I wanted to develop an actual training plan that was similar to the way that I have approached things so that I can like sell my brand a little bit. But two, actually offer individualized training services to folks. With your running background, will you do something for runners? That's the plan. I'd like to do running programming along with, so I want to do something like what Nick Bear has done, but not just do what Nick Bear has done, if that makes sense. Making the workout now more of a mind over body workout rather than a heavy day. Ooh. Oh, man. Yeah, I used to be really good about writing up my workouts the night before. Lately, it has been day of. But it's kind of a nice way to start the day sometimes, XP. When I wake up and like I have just a little time to myself in the morning to write things out. You know, it doesn't take more than 10, 15 minutes at the most, but it is a nice kind of meditative exercise of sorts. It's nice doing it before bed too, but I really liked reading before bed lately. And I did finish one of my books. I actually finished a book, if you believe it. Let's see. What do we got on the playlist? Hang on. Oof. Usually like to plan it ahead too, just been way behind lately. Quick question, go for it. We got one more set of Abby Dummy Thickenals. Hello, hello, real-time Breadly. How are you doing, Bread Lord? What would you say for the 3 things that have gotten you from the start to where you are now with your stream? XP, can you DM me? I'd love to answer those questions, but I think that's a better thing to talk about in DMs if that's cool. And if anyone is put off by the fact that I don't want to talk about it super openly here, I'm open to that feedback. But yeah. Yeah, I try not to do too much like in the way of streamer discourse on stream, just because, you know, like for folks who are here that aren't streamers, it tends to not be super entertaining for them. But I'm happy to talk about it with you offline. I'm happy to. Feeling better today. Was sick all last week and a bit this week. Oh no. You like a head thing? You got some Got some gut stuff happening. Whew. Sinus stuff. Oh. My allergies have been taken off. I've actually had a surprisingly good day today. Something like a mini stream podcast of fitness streamers. Yeah. So BitLife show, are you still in here? If so, positive, you might want to talk to Bit. Bit does a very similar deal. He does like a full game show though. Ooh. Mm. Mm. Oh. Ah. Those didn't feel good. Those felt a little going through the motions. Community has been very, very supportive. Oh no, you're all good, Bit. Cool, some might say. Some might say. No, yeah, I don't think I've ever really had a conversation with someone where they've flat out denied doing something together. Some folks are busy. They might need a little more time to plan stuff. Oh, XP. Thank you so much for that Prime sub. Hang tight. We will do the thing. Hang on. Thank you so much for that Prime sub, XP. Enjoy your ad-free viewing and your emotes. Ugh. Ad-free viewing. No abs. When I look at them here. Advertising free. Free advertisements. Give me your stuff, and I will plug it. I will plug your stuff. Phrasing. One must be careful with your phrasing. Don't tell people that you will plug their stuff with your stuff, unless you really want that kind of conversation. I would caution against being loose with your phrase terminology. Everyone, I appreciate you. What stability work do you do for shoulders? I have just been trying to do kind of a slower progression for shoulders. I do got a run today. Not like actual run. Tomorrow's a run day. We're gonna go raid out to Brotero TV later. Later Gator, later Skater. Wait. Excuse me. There we go. We're gonna go raid Brotero. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really super duper appreciate it. I am just honored that y'all would give me a little bit of your time, your energy, and your space today. Thank you for the great questions. Thank you for the great participation. Welcome to our new friends, and thank you to our moderators. Thank you so much, Dan, Bella, Tiger, Para. If I'm missing someone, I'm ashamed. Everyone, thank you so much. If you'd be so kind as to grab one of those raid messages, it will look like one of those two, depending on if you are subscribed or not subscribed. You might want to change up the raid message soon. It's, you know. feeling a little stale. If you have not done so already, please follow that Linktree link to get in on the socials, or you can get on this Discord link if you want to get in our Discord. It's a place to be if you want to get up-to-date information on everything that's happening with the stream. We have a fundraiser coming up in September for Starlight that I'd love for y'all to be a part of. That's going to be near the end of the month, but for now, we're going to be back on Friday with another 50 lifts. We're going to keep on going on this 15-10-5 program. Another 15-day on Friday. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I want to undulate. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, with that, be kind to yourself. Be kind to someone else. Do a little something that fills your tank, and, just go easy on yourself this week. Get after it if you got to get after it, but make sure that you're not kicking too hard and burning yourself out. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.